Last of Us season finale went out with a bang. Bang, bang. Joel ain't playing out there in these streets, boy. He said, I don't have time for this. Bloom. Straight up. Ellie. We got problems all left and right. It looked like he now has accepted Ellie as his daughter. And he about to do whatever it takes this time not to lose his daughter. And we see right now, he ain't playing with him now. It seemed at first he didn't care too much and she was cargo. But this long trip has forged a bond between them. They've saved each other's life. And, you know, looking at the preview, you pretty much the recap of the season before this episode started. Man, they've been through some stuff, boy. I'm telling you. So, you know, he definitely got that bond. Saved her from death, from the pedophile. I mean, they done been through something. She done saved Joel from death when he's about to get choked out. So, you know, man, it was just fire season. Dope episode. The only complaint I got about this episode is it was really short. It was 45 minutes. And if you take out the previews and the credits, it probably was just a 40-minute episode. But it was fire. We got to see the Ellie origin story, which I don't remember that in the game at all. So that was good. A little something different. And it makes it make a little bit more sense on why she was able to survive the bite. Because we see in the beginning that her mama's pregnant, damn near about to drop. And she on the run from, you know what I'm saying, the zombies. And so she gets into this house, barricades herself in this room with a chair against the door. And she's giving birth, water breaking. And in the middle of giving birth, the damn zombie busts through and attacks her. Damn, you on the floor giving birth by yourself. And a zombie is attacking you. And now you got to fight for your life. She ended up taking out a little, you know what I'm saying, pig sticker, a little blade. And ended up taking the zombie out. But not before the zombie scratched that leg. You know what I'm saying? Got a little bit of that leg meat. And we saw that Ellie came out like shortly after or right at the same time. And she quickly cut that umbilical cord, I guess, so that the blood from her doesn't get passed to the baby. But we saw that she lied and that Marlene was there since day one. Marlene was best friends with Ellie's mother. Damn. So Marlene got even more to deal with than Joel, because she know the mom since best friends all their life, and promised to protect the daughter of her best friend. I mean, damn. Joel only known her for a couple months at most. But nevertheless, She told her, you know, take care of my baby. I cut the cord before I was cut, and she's good. And her name is Ellie. So we like, damn. And then she like, now you come back and kill me. Like, damn. That was hard right there. Marlene ain't want to have to kill her best friend. But, I mean, what you gonna do? Let your friend turn? I mean, truth be told, she was already dead. And she was just finishing her off, helping her basically, but it's still hard. And you know, it's crazy when you look at stuff like this, and life is crazy because we can go through some horrible things and hard things, but people still want to fight to live. You know, just like we saw all this stuff going on with these people in this show, but they still want to live in a world that's horrible and broken. You know, it's just weird like that. You want to live even though everything is gone. There's no food, you know what I mean? No food, no civilization left. But it's just how it is. You fight to stay alive without even realizing why sometimes. So we see they end up taking out Ellie's mama. Damn. So Ellie, she come into this world damn near by herself. Marlene been looking out for her. And Marlene, one of the Fireflies. So I'm surprised she wasn't trying to bring Ellie into the Fireflies sooner. But nevertheless, we see that Marlene been taking care of Ellie and had her back. So later in the episode, we do understand why it's so hard for her. And also, we end up seeing that she survived and made it there. And we later see she like, and how did you and her make it? I had 5 people with me and they ain't even make it. I barely made it. How the hell y'all make it? It was Ellie. Ellie. She did it. Ellie. So we see them moving along. I think they started to get too comfortable and let their guard down though. And they ended up somebody got the drop on them. We get to some of these comments right quick. Mr. Majestic 13. Is that a 14? I need glasses. Say HBO The Last of Us versus Netflix Black Summer. Which is better? Infected zombie TV series. Mr. Majestic, that is an excellent question. Excellent question. Now, I like zombie stuff. Some people don't like it. I like the zombie stuff. I have seen Black Summer, and I really like it. I highly recommend Black Summer. And to be honest with you, Black Summer is better than The Last of Us. It is. It's like gritty. It's real. It's raw. I mean, the way they talk, the way things is going down. I mean, Black Summer, I think, is probably closely accurate to what may really happen if this happened for real. Because, I mean, the way, the detail, I mean, Black Summer's good. Now, the last season, it was good, but it wasn't like the first season and the second. But nevertheless, Black Summer's good. If you like this zombie stuff, I highly recommend it on Netflix. But The Last of Us is different because it's more of an intimate journey of just these 2 people. Black Summer is centered around characters as well, but this seems personal. Whereas Black Summer, you could feel the whole world a lot more and the effects and things of what other people are doing. Whereas this story kind of feels isolated. And yeah, we see other people and what's going on, but they don't seem to really matter as much. And we don't see what they're doing and what they had to do to survive and make it. And that's the difference with Black Summer, is kind of showing what people did to survive and what they did to make it in those moments. And this, when they do flashbacks, like when they show Joe and his brother and his daughter trying to make it when it first happened, that's similar to Black Summer's feel of seeing people trying to make it in these times and dealing with all that stuff. So, but both of them are very good shows, and I definitely recommend them. So, back to this one. So we see that Joe and Ellie, they done formed their little bond. They done made it all the way to, where is it, Wyoming, Salt Lake City, Reno. I mean, that's what it say on the signs. And they get to the doctor, the hospital and stuff. And, they get captured. Come to find out it's the Fireflies. They just was being careful. And Marlene is telling Joe, hey, we got her. She getting prepped for surgery. Appreciate it. I didn't want to owe anybody. The last person I want to owe is you. And they like, well, what's she in surgery for? They like, well, they about to go ahead and remove the cordyceps and, redo this and that and make it work, He like, okay, well, the cordyceps are in the brain. How they going to remove it? It's in the brain. And she like, I know. So basically, they got to take her brain out. They got to kill her. So that's a great question right here. Young Slim, my brother said, would you let your child die to save the human race? I wouldn't. Woo-wee. That is a hard question, man. That's a hard one. I mean, as a parent, I think most parents will say what Slim says as no. And that's basically for selfish reasons, of course. Understandable. I would say the same thing for selfish reasons. That's my child. I don't want my child to die. I don't know the whole human race or whatever, this, that, and the other. But what I would do, and this would break my heart if they chose to do this, but I would let my child make that choice. I would let my son choose on his own. And I would hope that he would choose not to for selfish reasons. But then also I would hope that he would choose to do it to help save the world or whatever. But then again, I know how medicine and science is, and it's no guarantee that even at this sacrifice that they will come up with the cure. They may get a little closer, but they may not come up with it, and you may end up dying and they still don't have the cure. So it would have to be guaranteed, first of all, that they would have the cure. And then I would want my child to make that decision on their own. I would be selfishly hoping that they wouldn't choose that. But then again, selfishly, I would want them to choose that because I wouldn't want to feel like, damn, the world is in ruins and I could have did something about it. But, you know, oh well, I got my one person that I love. I would have a little bit of guilt on my conscience. Now, I would also try to justify it in saying they probably wouldn't have got it right. And you might have killed my baby and not come up with the cure. So I would have tried to come with that one to make myself feel better. But that's a tough one right there. You all let me know in the comments, would you let your child die to save the human race? Put a 1C if you would, and put a 2C if hell no, you ain't gonna let your child die for the experimental vaccine. It's a tough one, because there's no guarantee that it would have worked that first time. So I need a guarantee that it was gonna work when y'all do it. Anyway, this damn thing keep moving. This don't even look right. Doot, doot, doot. Anyway, so we see that Joe get that news. And Joe like, man, this ain't about to work. Y'all gonna have to find somebody else. And they like, ain't nobody else. And so he went through all of that just to get her killed. So she like, he like, well, I am going to find another way. I have to get Ellie. So she know Joel ain't nobody to play with. She tell her, but she gonna do him right in the sense of just not kill him right there. She told these two dudes to take him and to the highway, give him his pack, and if he try anything, shoot him. So they walking him, you could tell, for one, they too close to him. Whenever you have a gun to somebody's back, you can't get within arm's length, because then they could possibly do something to disarm you and get away, which is exactly what happened. They were too close. He felt dude push him a couple times, so he knew how close he was. And when they went down the steps, that was the perfect chance to make his move. And he caught them slipping, killed the dudes in the hallway. I don't have time for this. Blue. And Joel is an assassin. He should have been in the Delta Force in his previous life, because Joel don't play. He was straight picking them off. It reminded me of the game. That whole scene in that whole hospital and that shootout type stuff reminded me of the game. I don't remember the part of him trying to save Ellie from a surgery and stuff. I ain't played it in so long to get that far. But I do remember like shootouts and stuff and like buildings like that and jumping across or whatever. Anyway, we see Joel and damn near took out their whole organization. He finds Ellie in the surgery. The doctor like, I'm not going to let her go. I'm not going to let you take her. Boom! Headshot. Ain't no more cure. Joel blew his top off. Muffin top back blue. Peeled that muffin top back blue. Straight up. And then the nurses was like, turn around on hooker. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't want none of that. And shoot. He got her. And on the way out, Marlene came. And she like, look, we can still make this right. Don't do it. And then, of course, he done popped Marlene and finished her off. She like, let me live, please. He like, you'll only come looking for her again. Boom! Joel got no remorse. And then when they finally, we see her woke and they walking back to where they need to go after their vehicle ran out, she asked him what happened, and he said some raiders came and they had to leave, but that there's other people that they're using for the cure and that they don't need her, and that they actually stopped looking for the cure. And I think that, and she said, promise what you said was the truth. And he did. And I think that's, of course, going to come back to bite him. Literally. But I think he should have just told her the truth, man. They wanted to cut your brain open and kill you to do it. And they didn't tell you that. And I didn't think that was right, that you was going to get killed without knowing. You want me to go back? I mean, I don't like hiding stuff. So, you know, Tiff and Slim said, fork them. Keeping my baby. I feel you, though, man. It's hard, man. It's hard. That's why I would have to take myself out of it and just let my child decide for themselves. And I would hope and pray that they would decide not to. Knowing my son, he'd probably do it. I'd be so hurt. But whatever. It is what it is, right? Damian Kenny said in the Bible, a warrior prayed to God that if God helped his people in battle, he would sacrifice the first person of his house that meets he returning. The warrior won. His virgin daughter was the one. Dang. That ain't good, man. Looked like she should have waited before she came home. So Slim said it was just like the game. Okay. Like I say, I ain't played it in so long, I can't remember that. I do got the game right here, though. Ellie. All right, let me go ahead and get to this MOORESCORE rating. Excellent episode, as all the rest of them. A little short, but overall, a good episode, good finale. I'm wondering how it's going to work out when Ellie finds out Joe lied and killed everybody and rescued her. It's going to be some type of mixed feeling, because you would be dead right now, but she kind of really want to save the world type stuff. So which one is it then? He kind of in a tricky situation, because she got that, want to save the world type complex in a way. But she didn't know she'd have to die to do it. And that's why I think he should have told her. But anyway, we'll see how it turn out. Now I'm about to go ahead and give it the MOORESCORE rating. Alright, now, of course, the MOORESCORE is just simple. 4 categories, 25 points each, give you a score of 100. Okay, we got visuals and cinematography. Excellent visuals for this show, and the way that it's shot, the way that the camera is, the way we get to see what the mom was going through with Ellie, and the way that they showed this show is just shot excellently. It's like a movie. I'm gonna give it a 23 because it's near perfect. Storyline and plot, very good. It's crazy how they made it only to turn around and decide that's not gonna work. And Joe and Ellie, the bond, we got to learn about the origin story of Ellie and why she's so uniquely different and different things. So I'm gonna give that a 23 also. We're gonna go to special effects, makeup, costume, top notch, everything. The world, everything is just A1. There's very few things wrong with this show, and I'm gonna give that a 23 as well. And then entertainment, fun factor, very entertaining. The only problem I had is it was short this episode, about 15 minutes. But other than that, man, it was good, man. This is a very good show. Looking at their journey and everything is very good. And I'm going to give it a 23 as well, which would give it to a 92 on the MOORESCORE rating. A 92 out of 100, which is equal to like a 9.2 out of 10. So, that's X. I think every episode of this show was a 9 or better for me, and I think that this is about to be their next big hit on HBO, like Game of Thrones and all that stuff, because they can always expand this world, come across different people, different things, and I think this show is about to really be big and huge. And everybody that's watching it now, I think y'all agree it's a good show, and it's only gonna get better. And I'm here for it, because the game, it covered a lot, but it's still a lot more that can go. So we'll see how that plays out. What's your MOORESCORE rating? What would you rate this episode or this season? Overall for the show, I would give it about a 92 overall as a show. It's better than a 9. It's not a 10. I would give it a 92. 93 at best, which is very good. It's very few shows with an overall rating of a 9 or better. And I think that this season 1 definitely is one of those shows. And I'm looking forward to season 2, and I'm here for it. I appreciate all y'all for coming through. Y'all let me know what's your MOORESCORE in the comments. What would you rate it? Damian Kenny say he would give it a 90. That's what's up. I feel you on that. I can see it. Easy as a 90. TN's ID on Facebook said it just started, so you must be in a different time zone, because it already came on for the East Coast people at 9 o'clock. So, and that's what I was saying, Slim. They can open the world up so much, because like you're saying, they only have 2 games to go off of, and Game of Thrones had 5+ books. So I'm thinking that they will use creative license and just start creating stuff. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. They won't have a lot of source material like Game of Thrones, But that's going to be better. That way everybody don't know what the hell is happening. So many people in Game of Thrones read the books, know this, know that, say this, say that. It should have been this, it should have been that. Whereas this is pretty soon going to be all made up like every other show, and nobody know what's going to happen, which is good. So, good show. I think they got an opportunity to create more stuff, and I'm looking forward to it. But they covered most of the game in this season, so we'll see how it play out. I'm getting ready to get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate everybody for coming through. I'll be back Monday, tomorrow night at 10 o'clock to talk about BMF, and I'll see y'all here at 10 p.m. Everybody have a good weekend. I'm out of here. Deuces.